Morning. This is Monday, October 20th, and it's 44 degrees. It's sunny. We got just a tad of rain yesterday. Nothing to, it supposedly went around us, but it did make it a little cooler. So yesterday I went up on the parkway, and I will put that video up probably tomorrow now, just some warning, or whenever you see this, about it. This IoT, whatever that, Tim recommends, it still shakes just like everything else. Dave seems to think maybe I put it too high. I don't know. I put it where I can reach it, without having to, So I'm still contemplating on ordering that real expensive one I saw. I need to talk to Ryan of Adventure is out there and see what he uses, because I don't see any shaking at all, and he uses his iPhone for car vlogs. So when he does the monthly update he does on what's new in the area in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, I know he uses two cameras, but I know he uses the one inside as his phone. Anyway, I need to talk to him about it. He seems to be the most helpful, and is not trying to pull me in the wrong direction like, some people would. Okay, y'all know that I said I wasn't going to talk about Tim, and I'm not going to talk about him much. I may talk about him in a sentence and then move on. So I'm going to talk about him in one sentence today. Okay, I watched that video he put up this morning, the 3:30 a.m. video. He's talking about that stupid Fantasyfest. Well, I shouldn't say stupid, but anyway, it's kind of stupid to me, but it might not be to you in Key West. I call it the Naked Fantasy. What? Fantasyfest or what? The Naked Festival. That's what I call it. The Naked Festival. Anyway, he claims it's this great big festival, one of the biggest in the world. Now, it might be in the category of naked festivals, I don't know. But when it comes to just festivals in general, and he compared it to soccer, I don't know what he's looking at. I asked AI everything I know to do to ask, and everything came up with that thing wasn't even in the top 10. And actually, and they're counting 10 days. Actually, the day of the parade is supposed to be the biggest day. Whenever the parade is, I don't know when it is. But that's supposed to be the biggest day that they have. Oh, is there one out here? Because that's good. I got all this junk to take into work for a birthday party. That's right. Would Tim do a birthday party for one of his coworkers? Did he do that when he was a finance manager? Anyway, all I'm going to say about this is I couldn't find anywhere where that festival was any bigger than the Apple Festival here at home. So that should tell you something. And like I said, I asked Grok, I asked Google Gemini. So I don't know where he gets his information. I guess only time will tell. Now that truck right there in front of me, let's see if I can switch it over here real quick. Yeah, y'all see that thing? You see that truck? Let's see if it ain't gonna. Come on. Focus. Okay, there you go. You see how it's parked? See how that thing's parked? Ridiculous, y'all. But I'm gonna pull up just a little bit because I'm too far over on that side, because I like to get the same amount of space. Now I'll admit, put it in gear, Vicky. I'll admit that one of those cars is probably over more than the other, and that's why. But I've got a trunk full of stuff to take in for a birthday party. The cake, the gifts, and all that good stuff. I was going to bring part of it down here yesterday, but I didn't do it. All right, that's enough. didn't do it. So I got a message yesterday that one of you's going to quit watching me if I don't talk about Tim. Well, I'm sorry, but, you know, there comes a time when you got to move on if you want to, you know. Like I say, I didn't say I wasn't ever going to talk about him. I just said I might not talk about him every day. I might not talk about him for a week. I don't know. I wouldn't be talking about him today if he hadn't have said that goofy thing about the Fantasyfest. All right, y'all. I got to go to work. Just so you know, I am wearing the powder, the MCO powder, that is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I'm going to be talking about this powder and a couple other products when they get here. I don't have it all. And I know there's other people out there talking about it too. But the controversy about it, just so you know, is it's duping it just a little bit too much. Meaning the packaging looks identical. Everything. Now, ingredient-wise, I've not compared it yet. But let me tell you, this powder looks just like it on the skin. That's all I can say. It looks just like it on the skin. The Charlotte Tilbury powder is way up in there. You know, $40, $40-some dollars. Maybe $50 now. I don't know. This powder, I think it's $8.99 at Target. Amazon. I'll let you know for sure, though, when I put this up. But just letting you know. All right, gotta go. Love you, bye.